Assalamu alaikum. Today we are solving 9709 paper 11. Let's start. The first question, find the set of values of the constant k for which the quadratic equation is given to you. It has two distinct real roots. So always try to highlight the important key points in a given question so that the question becomes easier for you. For example, quadratic equation is given to you here. So the key important word over here is two distinct real roots. So two distinct real roots means that b square minus 4ac value has to be greater than 0. So let me write down the value of a, b and c. The value of a is 3k. The value of b is k plus 8 and the value of c is plus 3. All I have to do is substitute all these values in the above discriminant formula. So it will be k plus 8 whole square minus 4 times 3k times c, which is 3, and it has to be greater than 0. Now if we expand it, it will be k square plus 16k plus 64 minus 4 nines are 36 k greater than 0. The quadratic inequality will be k square minus 20k plus 64 greater than 0. Now let's find out the critical values for these. Critical values. So the critical values for, I'll take the help of the calculator to find out the critical values. 1 minus 20 and 64. So the critical values are 16 and 4. So if I sketch this graph is going to look like this, with the two critical values over here at 4 and 16. Since it is greater than 0, so greater than 0 means the region above the x-axis. So this is basically the set of values of k. So one set of values of k will be k less than 4. The other set of values for k will be greater than 16. Let's move to the next question. Question number 2. A geometric progression has first term a and common ratio of cos theta, where theta lies between 0 and pi by 2. It is given that the second term is 8 and the fifth term is 1 by 8. Let me write down the information that is given to me in the question. It says the value of the first term is a, the value of r is cos theta, also that the second term is 8. So second term means AR is 8 and the fifth term is 1 by 8. So fifth term means AR power 4. It will be 1 by 8. Now I'll equate them both. I'll make A the subject in both cases, so that the value of a obviously has to be same for both of them. So it will be 1 over 8 r power 4. So a's and a's will be equal. 8 over r equals to 1 over 8 r power 4. So it will become r power 4 divided by r, which will be equal to 1 over 64. Simplify. So r cube will be equal to 1 over 64. So I'll take cube root on both sides. So if I take cube root on both sides, it will be 1 over 4. This is the value of r. They were asking the value of theta, not r. So basically we know that the r is basically equal to cos theta. It is given to us in the question. So r equals cos theta So cos theta will be equal to 1 by 4. Now remember that the given range for us in the question is in terms of radians, so don't forget to convert your question in radians. So cos inverse of 1 by 4, which will give us theta, that is correct to 3 significant figure. So 1.32 is the value for theta. Otherwise it was 1.318, so correct to 3 significant figure it would be 1.32. Find the exact value of the sum to infinity. So let me write down the formula for sum to infinity. It will be a divided by 1 minus r. So basically I already have the value of r. All I need to have is the value of a. I can find the value of a by substituting the value of r in any of the above formulas, either this one or this one. The left one is a bit easier, so let's substitute it here. So 8 divided by 1 by 4, so the value of a will be 8 times 4, which is 32. The value of r is already given to us in the question, which is 1 by 4. Let's just plug in the values here. So 32 divided by 1 minus 1 by 4. Remember, he's asking you to give your answer in the exact form, which means that it has to be given in the form of fractions or in the form of square root, if there is any, which I don't think there is in this case. So it is basically fraction. So 128 divided by 3. This is the sum to infinity for the given value of r. But let's go to question number 3. Question number 3 says in the expansion of a given binomial expansion, the coefficient of x power 4 is 216. So it basically means that if you do the expansion and simplification of the given expression basically, it will be 216 x power 4. Find the value of the positive constant p. So let's take it step by step. Let's take the first one. Let's do the expansion for that. So if I do the expansion, it will be 5c1, because it's NCR, a, which is px to the power of n minus r, so it will be power of 4, 5 minus 1, bracket 3 to the power of r is 1. So if I do the expansion, it will be 5c1, which is 5 times 3, which is 15, p power 4, x power 4. Let's do the second. After that we have to do the simplification. P over x power 4. So let's first of all find out the value of r in this case. So to find the value of r, let's write down the formula. Tr plus 1, which will be equal to 4cr x power 3, 4 minus r, and let me write p x power minus 1 into r. So this is r. If I segregate it, it will become 4cr x power 3 power 4 minus r, p to the power of r, and x minus 1 to the power of r. Or you can also write it as together by multiplying, it will become minus r. I know that I need to find out the value of coefficient of x power 4. So basically I'll write x power 4 and I'll equate it equal to all the terms which can give me x power something. So this can give me x power something, and only this can give me x power something. Whereas all the rest of them in this given expression, they will only give me a constant value, nothing in terms of x. So I'll write it as x power 12 minus 3r, because power to the power they get multiplied by x power minus r. So x power 4, um, x power 12 minus 4r. So since the bases are same, we can equate the powers. So 4 will be equal to 12 minus 4r. So 4r is equal to 8, and the value of r is 2. So let's find out t of 2 plus 1, which will be 4c2 x power of 3 power of 2, because 4 minus 2, p to the power of 2, and x to the power of minus 2. So if I simplify, it will be 6 x power 6 p power 2 and x power minus 2. If I further simplify, it will be 6p square x power of 4. Now I have the expansion for this, for x power 4, which is 15 p4 x power 4, and I also have the expansion for x power 4 for the term which will give me x power 4. I'll simplify. So it will be 15 p power 4 x power 4 6p square x power 4. It has to be equal to 216 x power 4. Since they are the coefficients, so I'll compare the coefficients. So it will be 15 p power 4 minus 6p square equals to 216. 16p square minus 216 equals to 0. So I can write p square is equal to a. So 15a square minus 6a minus 216 equals to 0. So if I solve 15 minus, so the value of the two values of a will be 4 and minus 18 over 5. I'll put both of them equal to p square. So p square is equal to 4 and p square is equal to negative 18 over 5, which is not possible for us to take the square root. Now when we'll take the square root for this, it will be two values for p, positive 2 and negative 2. But it says find the value of the positive constant p. So positive constant p means the value of p will be 2 only. Hope it makes sense. If there is any question, please don't forget to ask it in the comment section. Let's move to the next one. Express, it's a given quadratic expression. We need to write it in the form of completed square form. So let's rearrange it first. It will be minus x square minus 6x plus 1. We can take negative as common. So if we take negative as common, it will be x square plus 6x minus 1. Now let's apply completed square form. So x square plus 6x plus half of the coefficient of x, which is 3, square of 3, then negative the same value, minus 1, bracket close. So negative x square plus 6. So let me do it together. So there is a bracket. Inside the bracket, if you look at these three terms, they are together making making it an identity. So it will be x plus 3 whole square minus 9 minus 1 will make it minus 10. Remember, there was a bracket, we'll close the bracket. If I expand the negative, it will look like this. Now let me write it in the same format. So it will be 10 minus x plus 3 whole square. So this is how it was supposed to be written. Let's move to the next part. The next part says that the graph of y is equals to x square is transformed and it became like this by a reflection followed by a translation. Give details of reflection. Give details of reflection means that either the reflection is across the x-axis or the reflection is across the y-axis. Give details of reflection and determine the value of m and n. I'm sure you all can very well recognize that what is the value of m and n, but let's look at the reflection. Before going for the reflection, let me just revise that reflection in x-axis means y is equals to negative f of x, and reflection in y-axis it means y is equals to f of negative x. Okay? And further, if I go into more detail, it will be basically y is equals to a bracket bx plus c whole square plus d. So basically the value of a, the change in the value of a is basically reflection in x-axis, and the b is basically reflection in y-axis. So if you look at your question, it is basically the question was y is equals to x square, and it was transformed to y is equals to negative bracket x plus 3 whole square plus 10. Yes, so basically the reflection is happening over here right before outside the bracket. So it will be let me write. So basically it's reflection in the x-axis, and then there is a translation by some translation vector, which is basically right here, this and this. So which will make it negative 3 and positive 10. So the value of m and n are also very much clear now. Let's move forward. Next question is, show that tan 4 theta minus 1 will be equal to this. So let's take the left hand side, which is tan 4 theta minus 1. If you look at the right hand side does not have any tan over there. So let's convert the tan into sine and cos, because we know that tan theta is equal to sine over cos. So we can write it as sine 4 theta over cos 4 theta minus 1. Now we can take the LCM. This is step 1. Step 2, sine 4 theta minus cos 4 theta divided by cos 4 theta. Why did I take the LCM? Let me make it clear to you. There can be many other ways to do the same question, but if you see at the denominator of the right hand side, it is the same as the one I have made by taking the LCM. Okay, so now we know that sine square theta. If you look at the right hand side, basically there is no sign in the given expression, so I'll try to get rid of sine and convert entire question into cos. So it will become sine square theta whole square minus uh, cos 4 theta, and divide this by cos 4 theta. Now sine square theta, we are very well aware that sine square theta is equals to 1 minus cos square theta. So we can write 1 minus cos square theta whole square minus cos 4 theta and divided by cos 4 theta. Now if we expand the identity, it will be 1 minus 2 cos square theta plus cos 4 theta minus cos 4 theta divided by cos 4 theta. Now these are the like terms, they cancel out, and you are left with only the right hand side, which is 1 minus 2 cos square theta divided by cos 4 theta as the one given in the question. Okay, let's move on to the let's move on to the next question, next part. Hence solve. Hence means that you need to use the working given, the working that you have used in the previous part. If you look at the previous part, basically this thing we already proved it equal to the right hand side. So what I will do is, instead of tan 4 theta minus 1, I'll write 1 minus 2 cos square theta over cos 4 theta. So let's replace cos square theta bracket 1 minus 2 cos square theta divided by cos 4 theta, and it is equal to 7. Now these can be simplified, so you'll be left with 1 minus 2 cos square theta, and after cross multiplication it will be 7 cos square theta. So 1 will be equal to 9 cos square theta, so cos square theta will be equal to 1 divided by 9. Now if we take square root on both sides, so cos theta will be equal to 1 divided by 3, and cos theta will be equal to negative 1 divided by 3. Now if we make the quadrants, so according to the first one, the two quadrants will be first and last, this and this. Similarly, if I look at this one, the quadrants will be the second and third. So theta and theta. Basically these are the values of basic angle. Let me find out the basic angle. So basic angle will be the same in both the cases, which will be cos inverse of 1 by 3. So remember to convert the calculator back into degree mode, because we earlier converted into radian modes. So it will be, basic angle will be 70.5 to 8. So remember, you have to find it from 0 till 180 degree. So this is the first value, 70.5. The other value is 70.5. So it's basically from here up till here. So one value of theta is 70.5. The other value is 180 minus answer, which is 109.5 degree, which is basically this. Let's move to the next. The next question says, state the range of two functions are given to us, f and g. The domain is also given for both our functions, and for the first part he is asking you to state the range of the function f. So it's better that you sketch it first. So let me just sketch. So the first is this one. Let me sketch it from the basic. It is basically y is equals to x square. This is the origin 0 0. Then after that, x plus 3 whole square. X plus 3 whole square means that the entire graph, this is going to shift 3 boxes to the left side. So 3 boxes to the left, it means the same graph, it will not move up or down, it will just move 3 boxes to the left hand side. So 3 boxes to the left hand side means it will come here onto minus 3. It will be x plus 3 whole square. Now minus 12 means that the turning point is going to go down. So going to go down means, let me sketch. So basically this is going to be the turning point now. This is going to be the turning point, which is minus 3 and minus 12. The graph has shifted 3 boxes to the left and 12 boxes down. But remember, for finding the range, the domain is very important. Domain says that the value of x that the function can take will always be greater than 0. The value of x will be greater than 0, which means this portion of the graph. So basically I need to find out this value of y. This value of y means the value of x will be 0. So if I substitute the value of x as 0, so f of x will be minus 3. So the range of the function will be f of x greater than and equal to 3, negative 3. So your function, the output values or the range of the values the function can take will be greater than or equal to negative 3. The next part is to find an expression for f inverse. So to find out the expression for f inverse, let's do a couple of steps. Y is equals to x plus 3 whole square minus 12. So y plus 12 is equals to x plus 3 whole square. We'll take square root on both sides. So if you take square root, it will give you two values, positive and negative. It will be x plus 3. So plus 3 will become negative 3. So x is equal to negative 3 plus minus square root of y plus 12. We'll do the last step, which will be f inverse of x negative 3 plus minus square root of x plus 12. But remember, we have to have either both of them positive or negative, or either positive or negative. So it depends on the domain that is given to you in the question. So if you want to find the inverse, let me write it here. To decide whether you will have a positive or a negative from the square root, for square root, use your given domain of the function, and if it's greater than and equal to 0, use only positive, and in case if it's less than and equal to 0, then use only negative. Okay, so for the final answer, the inverse of the given function will be minus 3 plus square root of x plus 12. Let's move to the next. The next part says solve the equation g f of x is equals to 69. So we have to basically find the composite function in which we have to substitute the f function into the g function. So 2 bracket, let me write g f of x is equals to 69. So it will be 2 bracket x plus 3, let me put a bigger bracket, x plus 3 whole square minus 12 bracket close minus 5, and this will be equal to 69. Now if I simplify, it will be 2 bracket x plus 3 whole square minus 24 minus 5 is equals to 69. 2 bracket x plus 3 whole square minus 29 is equals to 69. So if you add them, so 69 plus 29, 98 equals 2 bracket x plus 3 whole square. So x plus 3 whole square is equal to 49. So x plus 3 is equals to 7, and x plus 3 is equals to negative 7. So one value of x will be 4 and the other value of x will be minus 10. But if you go back to the question and see, basically it's a composite function. Composite function means that a function within the function. So basically the function that is inside is f of x, and the input values are first going to enter into the f function, and the f function cannot take values as negative because it's mentioned in the question the values of x that can be taken in the f function is always supposed to be greater than or equal to 0. So since f of x is having values of x to be greater than 0, so x can only take the value as 4, not negative 10. I hope it makes sense. If there is any query, please don't forget to ask in the comment section. Let's move to the next one, question number 7. The diagram shows a sector of a circle with center O and radius R. Radius r centimeters. The shaded region is bounded by the chord, the arc AB. The size of the angle is 2 by 3 pi radians. Show that the area of the shaded region is approximately this. So let me write down shaded area. Shaded area will be equal to sector, which is the full shape, minus area of triangle. So sector is basically 1 by 2 r square theta, and triangle is 1 by 2 AB sine C. So 1 by 2, the radius is r, so r square, and the value of theta is 2 pi by 3 minus 1 by 2. A and B are the two sides of the triangle, which is radiuses in this case. So r times r will be r square times sine of the angle between the two sides, which is sine of 2 pi by 3. Remember, don't forget to convert your calculator back into radian modes because it's given. So we can simplify. It will be pi r square divided by 3 minus sine 2 pi by 3. It will be square root of 3 r square divided by 2 times 3. 2 times, no, it's square root of, it's 2. square root of 3 by 2. So if you simplify it further, so if I put it in the calculator, it will be pi by 3 minus square root of 3 by 4. So it will be 0.614 2 r square. Now we need to show it 0.614 r square. Let's move to the next part. Next part is, it is given that the radius of the circle is increasing at a rate of this. So basically dr over dt is given to you. Since it is increasing, so you'll write positive 0.4 centimeter per second. Next is, find the rate of increase of the shaded region. So rate of increase of the shaded region, so basically he is asking you to find out dA over dt. Remember, you need to use the formula for area of the shaded region that you have found out in the previous part. So area formula that you will use is 0.614 r square, which is the area of the shaded region, because you need to find out the rate of increase of the shaded region. So if I find out dA over dt, which will be equal to dA over dr multiplied by dr over dt. So if I find out dA over dr, it will be multiplied by 2, 1.22836 r, and the value of r is given to us as 20. Since we are very particular, so we need to find out dA over dr, particularly at the value of r to be 20. So if I substitute in here, so it will be 24.56. So let's just plug in here. It will be 24.56 multiplied by 0.4, which is 9.824. We need to give our answer correct to two significant figure, so it will be 9.8. Let's move to the next. Find the rate of increase of the arc length AB. Give your answer correct to two significant figure. So arc length is basically S equals r theta, and S is equals to r. Theta is 2 pi by 3. Let me confirm once. Theta is 2 pi by 3. Yes. So if I need to find out basically rate of increase of arc length. So ds over dt we need to find out, which will be equal to ds over dr multiplied by dr over dt. Remember, dr over dt was given to us in the question as 0.4. So let's find out ds over dr, which will be 2 pi by 3. So let's just plug in the values. So 2 pi by 3 multiplied by 0.4. So 2 pi by 3 multiplied by 0.4, which will be 0.8377. Two significant figures, so 0.84 is the final answer. Let's move to the next question. Question number 8. Question number 8 says, the diagram shows the curve with equation this and the point P with coordinates this of the P point. The shaded region is bounded by the curve and the line from x value being 0 and the y value being 3 by 2. So in the first part we need to find out the area of the shaded region. So area of shaded region can be calculated if I find out do the integration with the limits from 0 to 3 by 2, but I have to convert the given equation in by making x the subject. So it is given to me as y is equal to 1 by 2 square root of x. So it will be 2y is equal to square root of x. So x will be equals to 4y square. So I will substitute this over here, which will be 4y square dy, because I am applying the limits and I am finding area under the curve with respect to the y-axis. So it will be 4y power 3 divided by 3, and the limits are 3 by 2 and 0. So if I substitute the upper limit, because the lower limit will automatically be, it will give me 0. So 1.5 to the power of 3. So if I just substitute the upper limit, the answer is 9 by 2 unit square. Let's move to the next. The shaded region is rotated 360 about the y-axis. So basically you need to find the volume. So across the y-axis, so it will be integration of limits a and b x square dy. I have already found out x over here, which is 4y square. So x square will be 16y power 4. So let's substitute 6 volume across the y-axis. The limits will be the same, 0 and 3 by 2 pi, and it will be 16y power 4 dy. Now we'll do the integration. Pi will remain outside, so 16 divided by 5, and the limits are from 3 by 2 to from 0 to 3 by 2. So 6, so it will, if I substitute 0, it will be 0, so times, so basically the volume is 243 by 10 pi. Let's move forward. The next question, question number 9. Question number 9 says an arithmetic progression has first term as a. Let me write, a is 2, common difference is d. The sum of the first n terms is denoted by this. So basically this is the sum. It is given that s2 minus s1, s2 minus 1, s4, which means that the sum of the first 2 terms, and then sum of the first 4 terms, and then the sum of the first 9 terms are the first, second and third term of a second arithmetic progression. So basically there are 2 arithmetic progressions that he has connected. So let's look at the first one first. So let me write down t1. T1 is basically 2. T2 is given to us, the difference is d, so it will become 2 plus d. T3 will be 2 plus 2d. T4 will be 2 plus 3d. T5, I'll tell you the reason for writing all these. 2 plus, it will make the question very simple and very easy. So T5, T6, if you see, it will be 2 plus 5d. T7, it will be 2 plus 6d, then 2 plus 7d, and 2 plus 8d. This is the term number 9. So let's write down the first term, the second term and the third term of the second sequence by the sum of the first two terms, first four terms and 9 terms. So if I see, so let me write it here. Sum of the S2 means basically T1 plus T2. So term 1 is basically 2 and term 2 is 2 plus D. So when I talk about S2, it is basically 4 plus D. Okay. Now when I talk about S4, S4 means term 1, term 2, term 3 and term 4. So term 1, so basically 1, 2, 3 and 4. There are basically 4 2's that I need to add. So if I add 4 2's, it will give me 8. So it will be 8 plus D's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 D's. So then comes S9. For S9, how many 2's I need to add? I need to add 9 2's. So it means 18 plus D, if I count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 5, 15. 15 plus 6 and plus 7 plus 8. So if I add them all, it will give me 36D. So let's write down term 1, other sequence. So if I talk about the other sequence, it will be sum of the two, so which will be 4 plus D minus 1, then S4, which will be 8 plus 60, and S9, which will be 18 plus 36D. Okay, so basically if I simplify, 3 plus D, 8 plus 6D and 18 plus 36D. Now this is the second arithmetic sequence. So second arithmetic sequence means that the difference of the value of D between the two consecutive terms will be same for this sequence. So basically it means T2 minus T1, it will be equal to T3 minus T2. So T2 minus T1, so T2 is basically 8 plus 6D minus T1 is 3 plus D, T3 is 18 plus 36D minus 8 plus 6D. So if I simplify, 8 minus 3 is 5, 6 minus is 5D. It will be equal to 18 minus 8, which is 10, 36 minus this is 30D. Now if I simplify, it will be minus 25D, which will be equal to 5, and the value of D will be minus 1 over 5. Is this what? Yeah, they were asking for the value of D in the question. Let's move to the next. Hence find the difference between the values of 15th term of the two arithmetic progression. Basically we need to find out the difference of T15 for both the sequences. So T15 for the first one, it can be easily figured out. The formula will be A plus 14D. The value of A was also given as 2, and the value of D we just found out, minus 1 over 5. So if I simplify, 2 plus 14 bracket minus 1 over 5, so T15, so the value of T15 will be minus 4 over 5. Now for the other progression, we have to do some working for the other progression, because the value the value of a is not given to us in the other progression, and so is the value of d not given to us in the other progression. So it will basically be basically let's find out. So the progression is this is the progression 3 plus d. We had found the value for d, so it will be it will be 3 minus 1 over 5, and the second term will be 8 plus 6d, 8 plus 6 minus 1 over 5, and the third term is 18 plus 36d, 18 plus 36 bracket minus 1 over 5. So this will give us the value for a. The value of a, 3 minus 1 over 5, which is 14 over 5. If I simplify the second, it will be 34 over 5. If I simplify the next, 18 minus, it is 54 over 5. Now we can find the value for d. D can be difference between two consecutive terms, so which will be 20 by 5. The value for d for the second, difference, so let me call it as d1. So t15 basically will be a plus 14 d1. So a is 14 over 5 plus 14 bracket 4. So if I simplify, it is 14 over 5 plus 14 times 4, which is 294 over 5. So since we were supposed to find out the difference means subtraction, so 294 over 5 minus the 15th term of the other sequence was minus 4 over 5. So if I put it in the calculator, it gives me 59.6. I hope the question and the working is clear to you all. Let's move to the next one, question number 10, which will mark to be the second last question of this paper. Question number 10. A circle has equation of this and a straight line has an equation of this. The line intersects the circle at 2 points. Find the coordinates of these 2 points of intersection. So basically we are supposed to find out the coordinates of the point of intersection. So we will equate the two equations together. So one equation is x square plus y square plus 4y minus 21 equals to 0. I'll make x the subject in the other equation, so which makes it x is equal to 8 minus y divided by 2. Since in the other equation it's x square, so I'll take square on both sides. So x square will be 8 minus y whole square divided by 4. So let's substitute it here. It will be 8 minus y whole square divided by 4 plus 4y plus y square plus 4y minus 21 equals to 0. So if I expand the numerator, it will be 64 minus 16y plus y square. I'll take the LCM as well. I'll make the denominator 4. So plus 4y square plus 16y minus 4 times 4 times 21 is 84, and the 4 will go to the other side, multiply with 0. So if I simplify, it will be minus 16y plus 16y will cancel out, 5y square, so 64 minus 84, it will be minus 20, and it will be equal to 0. 5 can be taken out as common, so we'll be left with y square minus 4 is equals to 0. So y is equals to 4, and there will be two values of y, positive 2 and negative 2. So we can substitute these values of y in the above equation of x, which is 8 minus y divided by 2, and the value of x will be 3, and the value of x will be, since it's minus 2, so 10 divided by 2 is 5. So the coordinates for the point of intersection will be 3 comma 2 and 5 comma minus 2. Let's move to the next question. The circle has center this, and the two the two points of intersection are denoted by A and B. Find the area of the triangle ABC. So let's first of all find out the coordinates of the center. For that, we need to apply completed square form. So question is, circle equation is x square plus y square plus 4y. We'll take 21 to the other side, it will become plus 21. So basically it's x plus 0 whole square plus y square plus 4y. We'll add half of the square of 4 on this side. We will add the same to the other side. It will become 25 there. So x plus this and y plus 2 whole square. So the coordinates of the center are 0 comma minus 2, and the radius of the circle is plus 5. Now we need to find out the area. So area of the triangle ABC, we can use coordinates directly. The other two coordinates are point coordinates are 3 and 2 and 5 and minus 2. So I'll use the formula 1 by 2 mod x1 bracket y2 minus y3 plus x2 y3 minus y1 plus x3 y1 minus y3 and more. Close. No, it will be y1 minus y2. Yeah, so let's substitute the values. Basically this is x1 y1. Let me use some other color. So this is x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3. We just need to substitute these values. The mod sign means that if it's negative, we'll still take it positive. So 3 bracket minus 2 plus 2 plus 5 bracket minus 2 plus 0 bracket 2 minus 2. So close. So basically this portion and this portion, they will automatically become 0. So 1 by 2 mod 5 bracket minus 4, and since it's a mod, so 1 by 2 into 20. So if I simplify, the area of the triangle is 10 units square. Let's move forward. The last question, question number 11. Question number 11 says that a curve passes through the point P, which is 4 comma 3. Dy by dx is given to you. Find the equation of the normal to the curve at P. So basically we need to find out the equation to the normal at point P. So we need to find the equation of straight line. For that we need to have the gradient as well as the coordinates we already have 4 comma 3. So the value of x is 4. We'll just substitute it in above dy by dx. So 8 divided by 16 minus 10 divided by 2 times 4, 8 minus 3 whole square. So if I simplify the dy by dx, it will be 1 divided by 10. So the gradient of normal will be negative reciprocal for this, which will be negative 1 over negative 10 only. And the coordinates are 4 comma 3. So y minus y1 equals x minus x1. So y minus 3 is equal to minus 10 x minus 4. So y is equals to minus 10x plus 40 plus 3. So equation of the normal to the point P is minus 10x plus 43. Next part is find the rate of change of the gradient when the value of x is 4. So all we need to do is we need to find out rate of change of the gradient. So let me just first write down dy by dx which will be 8x power minus 2 minus 10 bracket 2x minus 3 power minus 2. Now if I simplify it will if I find out basically I need to have the I need to find out the rate of change of this value when the value of x is 4. So basically I need to find out dm over dx. So dm over dx is minus 16 x power of minus 3. I'll find the derivative. So minus 10 times minus 2 times 2, 2x minus 3 power of minus 3. Derivative means bringing the power before the bracket, then remove 1 from the power, and then multiply with the derivative of the bracket again. So that is why there is one extra 2 that you can see. So it will be 40 bracket 2x minus 3 power of minus 3. Now we know that we need to find out the rate of change when the value of x is 4. So we'll just substitute the value of x as 4 over here. So it will be minus 16 bracket 4 to the power of minus 3, which will give me minus 1 by 4, 40 bracket 8 minus 3 to the power of minus 3. It's 8 by 25. So if I simplify, the answer is 7 over 100. Let's move to the next part, the last part. It says, given that the curve also passes through this point, find the value of q. So it's very simple. Basically we need to find out the equation of the curve, and then when we'll substitute this value of the coordinates x and y both, we'll be able to find the y coordinate. So the function that was given to us, the dy by dx that was given to us in the question was, let me copy it from here. So okay, so we'll keep the dy onto this side, we'll take the dx onto the other side, and then will integrate both sides. So when I'll integrate the left hand side, it will give me y, but when I'll integrate the right hand side, it will be x power of minus 1 divided by minus 1 plus minus 10 bracket 2x minus 3 divided by the derivative of the bracket, which is 2. Then I'll add 1 to the existing power, so it will become minus 1, and multiply by the new power plus c in the end, because I am not applying any limits. So the equation of the curve will be minus 8x power minus 1 plus 5 bracket 2x minus 3 power minus 1 plus c. Now if you go back to the previous start of the question, he says a curve passes through the point P, which is 4 comma 3. So it means that one of the point which lies on the curve is P. So curve passes through P, which is 4 comma 3. So we will be able to find C. So 3 will be equal to minus 8 bracket 4 to the power of minus 1, 5 2x 2 bracket 4 minus 3 plus c. If I simplify, it will be minus 8 divided by 4, it will be minus 2, 5, 8 times 3, 8, 5 by 5 is 1 plus c. So if I simplify, the value of c will be 4. So the equation of the curve will be y equals minus 8 divided by x plus 5 divided by 2x minus 3 plus 4. Now we know that the coordinates that he is talking about is minus 1 comma q. So if I substitute the value of x as minus 1, the coordinate of y will be the value for q. So just substitute it here, minus 8 divided by minus 1, 5 divided by minus 2 minus 3 plus 4. So if I substitute it in the calculator, it will be 8, 5 divided by 8 minus, so the value for q will be 11. I hope all the questions are clear to you. In case still if there is any question, any ambiguity, please don't forget to ask in the comment section. And in case definitely I'm sure you must be able, all your queries regarding this paper will be clear by now. So please don't forget to share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe the channel as well. Like the video, share it with your friends so that it can not just benefit them, but definitely it will help me to grow my channel. Thank you. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Don't forget to watch the next video for the next past paper. Thank you.